Hi there, this is Natasha. I'm a crochet tutor and designer at My Creative Butterfly. I design crochet patterns from beginner till advanced level crocheters. I teach crochet through my courses, classes, and patterns not just as a hobby but also as a tool that will help you become more mindful in your day-to-day life. So welcome to the second part of the sunflower tutorial. This is the final part. We had already done the center and the calyx for the sunflower in the previous tutorial. If somehow you missed it, you can find the link in the description and also on the top right corner of your screen. Before we begin crocheting the petals of the sunflower, we are supposed to attach the stem of the flower to the calyx. For doing that, I am going to take the wire for the stem. Just fold it at a 90-degree angle, leaving around a 2-inch part of the wire there, and then I'm just going to roll it into a spiral like this. Now just pass it through the center of the calyx. You're going to pass it from the wrong side to the right side. Now take your glue gun and apply some hot glue on the wire so that it is fixed on the calyx. We are just going to let it cool down before we start crocheting the petals for the sunflower. So it is set now. Now we are going to be crocheting the petals. The petals are crocheted around the center as well as the calyx together so that you don't have to stitch them together later on. So we are just going to hold the center and the calyx together, and we are going to insert the hook in the stitches of both and then do the petals. So let us see how to do that. So if you remember, we did not cut off the yarn tails. The yarn is still attached to both the yarn balls, the brown as well as the green one. So for the petals, start with the yellow one. You can choose any shade of yellow that you prefer for doing the sunflower. So for attaching the yarn, I am just going to hold the center of the flower in front of the calyx like this. Pass the hook through both of these loops. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like what you learned today, don't forget to like and subscribe. Grab the yellow yarn and pass it through both like this. And then I'm just going to pull the green yarn as well as the brown yarn like this so that the joint disappears. Now we are just going to start working for the petals. So before we start doing the petals, I'm going to do a slip stitch in the next stitch. So the next stitch is going to be the stitch of the center as well as the stitch of the calyx like this. So we are going to do a slip stitch in both of these like this, and just give a gentle pull to all three yarns so that the knot is very small. Now the petal is done the exact same pattern. We are going to be doing a total of 18 petals. Each petal will be done in the same way, and we are going to be doing the petals on 2 stitches. Each petal will be crocheted over 2 stitches of the center and the calyx. So to begin, start with 3 chains and a triple crochet in the same stitch in which we just did the slip stitch. Now for doing the point of the petal, I am going to do a picot. So for doing a picot, do chain 3 and then do a slip stitch at the base of the chain 3 like this. Now for the second half of the petal, do a triple crochet in the next stitch of the center as well as the calyx. So if you can see, I am passing the hook through the stitch of the center as well as through the stitch of the calyx. Grab the yarn, complete your triple crochet, then again do chain 3 and a slip stitch in the same stitch where you just did the triple crochet. So this is your petal. We are going to be repeating the same pattern, that is 3 chains, triple crochet, picot, then triple crochet in the next stitch, chain 3 and a slip stitch in the same stitch. So we'll do a few more petals and then you can follow along from there. So do a slip stitch in the next stitch. Now I'm not going to repeat it again and again. Whenever I say next stitch, it means the next stitch of the center as well as the calyx. Do a slip stitch, chain 3, then a triple crochet, then do a picot. For a picot, do chain 3 and a slip stitch at the base of the chain 3, a triple crochet in the next stitch, chain 3 and a slip stitch in the same stitch where you just did the triple crochet. For the next petal, again slip stitch in the next stitch, chain 3, triple crochet in the same stitch, picot, again triple crochet in the next stitch, chain 3 and a slip stitch in the same stitch where you did the triple crochet. So we are done with 3 petals. Do a total of 14 petals and then get back to the tutorial, and because we are going to be doing the stuffing of the center before we finish off the petals. So we are going to do a total of 14 petals and then we are going to stuff the center. So keep repeating the same exact pattern for the petals till you have a total of 14 petals.
If you're enjoying this tutorial, be sure to check out my Etsy shop where I have crochet patterns from beginner till advanced levels. All the patterns include clear step-by-step pictures which make them extremely easy to follow. Also, don't forget to connect with me on Instagram, Facebook and Pinterest. I go on all these platforms by the name My Creative Butterfly. I would love to get to know you and see what you are making.
So here I am done with 14 petals. Now before you stuff the center, we are just going to cut off the green and the brown yarn, leaving a long tail. I have left around 5 to 6 inch long tail. Now we are going to put all these tails in the center so that we don't have to weave them in. Now take your fiber fill, take a small amount and fill it. Make sure that the center is nicely filled. It should not be too stuffy, otherwise the stuffing will show from the stitches. We don't want to do that. And it should not be too light also, otherwise it will not hold its shape. So here I am done. Now we are just going to finish the rest 4 petals using the same pattern as we did for the previous ones. Make sure that you don't skip any of the stitches, otherwise your flower will not look tidy and you might get a lesser number of petals. Now for finishing the flower, I'm going to do a slip stitch at the base of the first petal here, the first stitch of the first petal. Do a slip stitch, and then I'm just going to cut off the yarn, leaving a short tail. Now take the tapestry needle, and we are just going to weave in this end before we attach the stem to the flower. So for weaving in, I'm just going to pass it through the center a few times. You're going to go in a crisscross manner. Make sure that you go back from the same stitch from which you came out. We don't want the yarn to show. So do this a few times. So here we are done with the crocheting part of the sunflower. Now let us see how to do the stem. So for finishing off the stem, you are going to need the pipe cleaners and the floral tape. I'm also going to use a small amount of hot glue. So what we are going to do is we'll place the pipe cleaners close to the calyx here at the base. We're going to apply a little glue here, hot glue, and then we are going to wrap around the stem enclosing the pipe cleaners as well as the wire in it. Make sure that you don't apply too much glue here. We just want them to be in place, that is why we are applying. If you want, you can also use fabric glue. So here I'm done. Now take the floral tape, stretch it gently to activate the glue, and start wrapping very close to the calyx. Make sure that the pipe cleaners are not visible. Start wrapping. Pinch the stem between the index finger and the thumb like this and keep rotating it. Now continue wrapping till you are done with the entire stem. Just shape the petals gently with your fingers. So you can crochet as many sunflowers as you want. If you want to create a bouquet, then crochet 6 or 12 or any other number. You can also crochet different flowers. There are a number of different other crochet flower tutorials that I had done in the past. You can check out the link to the entire playlist in the description. I've done flowers like baby's breath, lavender, rose, bluebells. So you can create different flowers and you can do a mix and match of those and create a customized bouquet for yourself. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you liked what you learned today, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And if somehow you missed the first part of the tutorial, you can check the link in the description. So this is all from my side today. Thank you so much for watching and happy crocheting. Bye bye.